Hi everyone. So today I did get asked a couple different things actually when it comes to the twins pregnancy. I got asked, when did I know something was wrong? How did I know it was wrong? And did I have any feeling that I knew something was wrong before it was wrong? So I'm going to answer some of those questions. So I showed you guys the box of the twins on a previous vlog. I do have something else that reminds me of them as well, because I said that the box was the only thing I had left, which is not entirely true. I do have a shadow box that my sister-in-law made me for them, and it is beautiful. So I do have that, and I'm going to show you guys. And I'm going to answer those questions because I know people wanted to know. So I'm definitely going to do that. But there is their shadow box. Bryant Walter and Bristol Ann. They were the same size, 14.4 ounces. He was just a little bit shorter than she was. But yeah, there's the little feet in their hands. And butterflies always remind me of them. So we did butterflies. So the kids are playing, so I'm going to walk outside and sit on the front porch because they're being good. So I'm gonna let them play, and I'm going to sit outside and talk a little bit about what happened, just to answer some of the questions that were made. And this big truck's leaving, so he'll be loud, but that's okay. So I did get asked, when did I know something was wrong? I didn't know anything was wrong, to be honest with you. I knew I couldn't eat a whole lot. It was hard for me to drink anything. However, I still thought everything was okay. I wasn't gaining weight like I should. But other than that, we went up to St. Louis. We live in Southern Illinois, so we're about 2 hours away from St. Louis. And I had to go up there for fetal medicine doctor because I had a co-doctor up in St. Louis since it is such a small town here. So we went up to St. Louis, had our anatomy scan at 20 weeks. Everything was good. Both babies looked good. Everything was okay. I then came back home. I had been sick. I had gotten strep throat that previous weekend, so that was pretty tough on me. So going up to St. Louis was the first time I had really gotten out and done anything. I had ventured out to Target that next day and got my mom a birthday present and a card. And when I came home, I rested or whatever, I gave my mom her gift. And then around 3:30 in the morning, my water broke. So, at that point, when you're pregnant, you're always told, oh, well, when your water breaks, you're going to go into labor and you're going to have a baby, or in this case, two. So I woke my husband up. I said, honey, my water broke. I think my water broke. We need to go to the hospital now. So he was like, what are you talking about? You're only 20 weeks. What do you mean? I was like, I know it broke. We had a baby the previous year, so my water had broke the previous year. So it's not like it had gone that long in between that I didn't know what it felt like. So he got up, we went to the nearest hospital, which isn't the greatest hospital around, but it was the closest. And I thought I was gonna have babies. And they said that, I needed an antibiotic, and they weren't sure what was going on. They didn't know if it had broke. They checked it, said they weren't sure if it broke, did an ultrasound, said that there was still fluid there for the babies. And so it was a lot of miscommunication. A lot of multiples is a whole different ball game in pregnancy. Because people don't know. The studies just aren't there, and it's really a guessing game. And so my doctor was out of town. He was delivering his granddaughter. And so I got sent home from that hospital. They said if anything changed, to come back. I came home. I tried to rest. The very next night, I was bleeding. I went back to the same hospital. They basically said, no, you just need to go home and wait it out. Mind you, I have 3 children at home already. I have 3 boys at home, and one of them wasn't even 1 year old yet. And so it was tough to be like, what do you mean I'm just gonna go home? So I came home, and we had issues again. I was still leaking fluid. I still couldn't eat or drink. So we ventured to Mount Vernon, Illinois, which is where our doctor was supposed to be. So we went to that hospital. They basically told us the same thing. There's nothing we can do. You're gonna deliver within 24 to 48 hours. Mind you, it's now Thursday. My water had ruptured between Tuesday and Wednesday, and we really didn't know what was going on. They just kept trying to send us home. They realized we had a fetal medicine doctor appointment on Friday, that very next day, so they actually kept us at the hospital because we asked if we could stay there. And so they discharged us the next day to St. Louis. My husband got me to St. Louis, where we sat in a waiting room for 2 hours, saw the ultrasound technician. She then asked, who told you your water broke? I was like, 2 different hospitals. And they were like, well, you're gonna deliver in 24 to 48 hours. Yet again, it's now Friday, still no babies. And their heart rates were fine. I wasn't progressing, but my water had broke and I wasn't getting antibiotics. My vitals were okay, so everybody kept saying, oh, just send her home, just go home, just wait it out, just go home. Didn't feel comfortable doing that. They admitted us in St. Louis, kept us over the weekend. They discharged us on the 4th of July. Had a doctor come in and tell me, there's nothing we can do for your babies, so there's nothing we can do for you. You just need to go home. If your husband delivers them on the side of the road, well, so be it. Oh, okay, great. That's wonderful. I had kept quiet for those 5 or so days, going on a week. And I finally said, I am a wife and a mother and a sister and a daughter and a friend and an aunt. And though I know my babies aren't going to make it because I've had a week to realize this, I can't die. Like I can't go with them. I have 3 little boys and a husband here on earth that need me. And, I know I don't seem like I'm important, but to them I am. To me, to the doctor up in St. Louis, I was just another person, another lady whose children were not going to make it, and they couldn't save them because they were not at Vitality. I was going on to 21 weeks. So Vitality's 24 weeks, if you don't know, which is the chance of them surviving. So to her, I was really nothing, but to those 4 people, I'm pretty special. So, the nurse wrote out a map for my husband for Barnes Jewish Hospital up in St. Louis. And said if that was my wife, I wouldn't take her home. And we got to the fork in the road to head back to Illinois or to go down the road to Barnes. And my husband looked at me and said, which way do I go? I said, it's up to you. You decide. I will go where you take me. And he went right. If he would have gone left, I would not be here talking to you. I had an internal infection that nobody knew I had until I went into full-blown labor. That first initial push, my temp went up to 107. My oxygen level went down to like 19. I had several antibiotics, several bags of fluids, electrolytes, you name it, it was put and pumped through me. Not something that my husband could have handled on the side of the road. So, for the initial question of when did I know something was wrong? When my water broke. And there are many women that say, oh, my water ruptured and I went on bed rest and I didn't deliver till 32 weeks. Well, that's wonderful, and I'm very, very happy for you. That wasn't the case for me, though I tell myself that there was nothing that I could have done differently. they were the cards that we were dealt, and I'm trying to make something beautiful out of something so tragic. In fact, I like being out here on the porch because it's where I feel the closest to them. I have their wind chimes are actually out here. See, I have hers, and then I have his down there. And we also had this beautiful stone was made. And I have that one. And then I also have this one over here for them. So when the wind chimes go off, it's like they're with me. You can hear them now. See? They're like, oh, hey, Mom. I hear you. We hear you. And they've been trying to watch out for sister that they sent. Rainbow baby. You hear them? So yeah, there's just the start of really the journey of the questions that were asked. Any other questions I will be happy to answer. I think this week is our off week from the doctor. We don't go back to the doctor till September 5th. My husband actually has to give me my weekly shot on Thursday. So I guess I could vlog that if you want to see my 17p injection. I can vlog him giving me my progesterone shot. It's not really fun, but I can definitely show you guys. And so yeah, it'll probably be Thursday or so when another video is uploaded. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and reach out. Until then, subscribe, hit like, send me any comments you want, and y'all have a good day. Bye.